Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to DX Studios training videos. Training videos na ngayon, no? So, today I'll actually be going over a tutorial on how to use Zoom like a pro. So, my mom actually requested this kasi gusto niya daw mag-YouTube channel na daw ako, and also to give a tutorial series to those people na medyo nahihirapan to utilize Zoom or sa mga hindi techie dyan. So this is all for you guys na still wants to learn more about how to use Zoom, and in the following days I'll be having other tutorials for other tools like siguro Google Hangouts, Gravit, Figma, and then other things that I've missed out before. Okay, so let's get started. So once you open Zoom, this is what you're gonna see. Okay, so basically you just need to sign in using your Zoom email and password, or you can also use in the single sign on option, and then you can sign in with Google, and finally you can also sign in with Facebook. Okay, I'm gonna sign in now. This is actually my mom's account. It's a premium account, and then you'll be greeted with these 4 buttons. And for those who are new, to make a meeting, a Zoom meeting, all you have to do is just click new meeting. Therefore, once you do this, you will be having a new meeting. Okay, and then press join if ever that you have a meeting, that you have a meeting ID na binigay sa'yo ng friend mo or some other people who are hosting a meeting. Okay, and then you're also able to share your screen and then schedule a meeting. Let's go over how to schedule a meeting, guys. So this is very important, especially sa mga business people dyan na gusto mag-meet up with other people. Okay, so this is how you schedule a meeting. You just have to make the topic here. So write the topic, like for example, today's topic agenda is about how to use Zoom like a pro, diba? Like a professional. Okay, and then this is the date. So when is this meeting going to start? When you're going to schedule the exact meeting, the time, and then how long is it going to be? Is it gonna be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then how many minutes? Is this a recurring meeting? That's a checkbox here. So that means that if it's a recurring meeting, it's a meeting that occurs every day or on a specific time that you will be able to set here. Okay, so if I press this, yan, makikita nyo dito, you have to check back to see if this is going to recur on your calendar invitation. Okay, and then the meeting ID, you can select this to generate automatically. It's going to generate a unique meeting ID every time that you're gonna have a meeting, to make sure that people will be able to use a new fresh ID. And then you can also select personal meeting ID, which is much more uniform, so that whenever that you have like meetings with this is actually better for small businesses who have meetings are having like recurring meetings. Okay, so what happens is you give the personal ID to the people in charge, or the people you want to join in the meeting, and then they'll be able to access this room whenever that you want them to, or whenever that they try to enter the room, okay, or the meeting. And then you can also select here the security. You can set a passcode and the waiting room. So basically a passcode is although self-explanatory na siya, it's just to make sure that no people na wala yung palang password will be able to enter. So hindi pwede siyang random. So no, like for example, shinare mo siya sa group, and then you have some people who gustong pumasok ng mga trollers lang or mga epa lang or something, diba? And then may password na binigay mo lang dun sa mga tao na talagang pwedeng pumasok. And also, if ever na hindi kayo gagamit ng password, you can also utilize a waiting room so that you'll be able to filter the people who are going inside. This is also important if ever like you want to schedule kung sino yung mga tao na papasok, like an interview or something, para pwede siyang one to one, siguro one to many, mga ganong klaseng interactions within the Zoom meeting. And then the video, so this is like a default, but I think this is also possible na if you enable this or disable it, you might not be able to show or hide the video afterwards. So by default, you can turn on the video. So what happens is going to get your video feed for the host, and then for the participants, you can also turn it off or turn it on here. You'll be able to set that. But afterwards, I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to also check out sa actual na Zoom na meeting to see if you'll be able to turn on your video, or sa mga participants mo, pwede sila mag-turn on ng video. And then for audio, you can select here like telephone, kasi actually, you know, the great thing about Zoom, it has a feature where you'll be able to join in by telephone, but I'm not going to go over that today. Or you can also select in computer audio para hindi sila mahirapan, and then they'll just be able to focus on that. And we also have the hybrid mode, or the telephone and computer audio, which they can actually have like they can have both. So basically, what we can do is let's just try to start a new meeting. Okay, so all you need to do is press new meeting. Alright, let me just pause for a few minutes. Okay, now that you're actually inside the meeting, now you'll be able to see here the interface of Zoom. This is what you're going to see when you're inside the meeting that you hosted or somebody has hosted for you. Okay, so let's go on with the basics. The top left here is about the meeting information. It's going to show you the like the link for the meeting, the participant ID, or should I say the meeting ID. Okay, so this is the name of the meeting. If you're the host, you'll be able to change this also here in this setting. And if ever that you have friends or people that are gonna join you using iOS, you'll have to use this meeting ID. You need to copy this and then give it to them, as well as the passcode, and then you'll be able to see here also the host. So this invite link, ginagamit nyo to whenever that you would like to actually just want people to just click on the link and be able to join. But I'm not sure if this is available for everybody. As I said, I think using the iOS, you have to use the meeting ID, and then also you have to give them the passcode as well. But for Android users who have Zoom on their phone, and I think this is also possible if you are using Zoom desktop. Ako, ginagawa ko yon. When people click on the link sa Messenger, it will just open up the Zoom automatically. You also have the participant ID, and then you have the version of Infraction, which is here is advanced. Okay, and if you want to just change the settings, just click on the gear on the top right of this interface. Okay, and then here you'll be able to change your settings. Let's just go over this quick general. Basically, whenever you just want to start Zoom, when you start Windows, when closed, minimize window to notification area instead of the taskbar. So what happens is when it's closed, it's going to just go to this location, to the notification area, if ever. You can also use dual monitors, enter full screen automatically when joining or starting a meeting, so it's gonna just show up in full screen if you're gonna join a meeting. And then automatically copy invite link once the meeting starts. So what happens is just the meeting starts, it automatically copies the meeting ID, this one over here, and then it just gives it to you, so that if ever you want to give this to other people so that they can start the meeting already. Yeah, okay, so just to show you guys, I actually have the meeting ID copied, so it's gonna appear like this. And then you can give this to your friends or the people that you want to invite to your meeting on Messenger or any social media platform or any messaging or text app. Okay? And then you can also show, enable the always show meeting controls. What's gonna happen is going to show or hide these. These are the meeting controls. This is for you being not just you but also the other people. This bar is actually for everybody who uses this interface. Okay. All right. And then ask me to confirm when I leave a meeting. It's just going to display to you a warning. Okay. If you're gonna, like for example, leave this meeting, it's gonna show you this. But if ever you turn this off, what's going to happen is going to end the meeting immediately. And then you can also show your my connected time, so that's going to show you how long have you been connected to the meeting. Okay. And then remind me 5 meetings before my upcoming meetings. If ever that you schedule the meeting, you'll be able to just set this so that it will remind you of the time. And then stop my video and audio when my display is off or when screensaver begins. So it's going to just turn off the video and audio if ever that's it's taking too long. You know, you're being what do you call it, away from the keyboard, or you're not interacting with the Zoom interface. It's going to turn off your video and your audio. And then you also have integrate Zoom with Outlook. And then finally you can just set the reaction screen tone here if ever you like. Okay. And then we have the video. This is my this was one of my old dogs. We still but this is my grandmother's dog now. And then you can set here the camera. if ever that you have multiple sources, I actually don't have a camera because it's a desktop, so I'm not gonna be able to set this. But if you're using an app like Droid Cam, you'll be able to connect your Droid, the camera of your Android phone to this, so that you'll have like, you can use your Android phone as a camera, okay, like a webcam. And then you can set in the original ratio and then HD for high definition. My mirror, so it's going to like show you if it's gonna mirror the video, and then touch up my appearance is going to like make sure that your image or like what you look like is going to be adjusted. It's like a filter. So alam niyo yung mga filters sa Facebook, it's like it's automatically gonna change for you. And then adjust for low light, so if ever that you have low light source, you can actually change that, okay? And then you can also set here always display participant names of their videos, so that you can be able to see here, makikita nyo yung mga participants. Turn off my video when joining a meeting. So if ever naman nag-join ka ng meeting, automatic na siya mag-off yung video mo para hindi ka makuha agad, para hindi ka ma-surprise, no? Baka mamaya nakatwalya ka pa, no? Tapos pumasok ka ng meeting. Oof, ganun. And then hide non-video participants spotlight. This is for like sino yung mga hindi nagpapakita ng video, you can hide them. Spotlight my video when I'm speaking. So kapag magsalita ka, it's going to show like the person who's speaking here, or like for example you, the host. And then if you're not seeing any video, you can just press troubleshooting. There's also the advanced options, but this is not necessary for you to tinker with this. Optimize the zoom quality with the noise, so it's going to optimize the video quality, but it's going to use a little bit more hardware processing, or what should I say, like more bandwidth, I think, kasi it's going to send more data, diba, to make sure that it's good quality. Use hardware acceleration for video processing, sending video, receiving video. Wala lang to if you have a graphics card, that's very good kasi it's going to you can use like the hardware of your graphics card to like render it better. You have the video rendering method, rendering post-processing. Ito lang yung parang for example kung kapagandahin niya yung yung feed mo ng video camera, okay? So for audio, you'll be able to test here. Like for example, ako nag-test ako right now. I'm just gonna test this. And then you'll be able to hear the sound if dun sa speaker mo, kumbaga kung where your sound output is coming from. This is very important as well. If ever na parang multiple speaker setup ka, like you have like a home theater, ganun, and then you have speakers, you can just press this para malaman mo kung saan lalabas yung saan lalabas yung sound niya, okay? Same as system, kumbaga ito parang default na siya. Speakers, ako gumagamit ako ng like a driver or something, software to make sure na dito lalabas yung audio ko. And then yan, basta pwede kayo pumili dito para ma-test nyo, ma-change nyo kung saan yung output ng inyong speaker or yung zoom output, okay? And then the microphone is for, of course, obviously yung sa pagpapasok ng audio input. Like for example, right now I'm speaking right now, right? So I'm speaking, it's automatically like a recording para matest audio input. Like for example, right now I'm speaking right now, right? So I'm speaking, it's automatically like a recording para so yon, para matest mo rin if ever that the microphone is able to get good input from you, okay? And then you can also select the microphone or the audio input source. You can also adjust the microphone volume automatically, and then suppress background noise. This is really good if ever na para maingay yung background mo, may mga manok na tumitilaok, or your baby is crying, or your jowa is crying. Ganun na yun. Okay, and then automatically join audio by computer when joining a meeting, so it's gonna like automatically get your para microphone input agad. And then mute microphone when joining a meeting. This is also very important if ever na para pag join ka ng any meeting, hindi ka mag-iingay agad, okay? Like, for example, you're joining a Zoom meeting, and then nakakaya naman pag pumasok ka sa diba, sa isang meeting tapos ang ingay-ingay mo. Press and hold space to temporarily unmute yourself. So, parang, this is for like, this is a specific tool. So, parang mangyayari dito is parang mag-unmute ka. Parang push to talk, something like that. And then, synchronize buttons on the headset. Yan. So, naka-unmute ako right now. So, sinasabi dito, you are muted. Yan. Pero test lang yan. And then share screen, this is just some stuff so that you'll be able to share your screen, okay? Enter full screen when participant shares a screen. This is for if ever na merong participant na mag-share ng screen. And then you can also press this, maximize zoom window when a participant shares the screen. Scale to fit shared content to Zoom window, para mangyayari is pwede mo siyang i-scale. Like for example, pag meron nag-share screen, automatic na siyang malaki ba or it's automatically gonna scale. And then also we have there the scale to fit shared content to the Zoom window, sort of like this rin. Enable the remote control of all applications. Don't press this kasi ang mangyayari is there'll be other people kapag if ever nag-share screen ka, baka mamaya they'll be able to remote control. And just to let you know, you can actually use the remote control feature on Zoom. So mangyayari is parang pwedeng i-change nung mga ibang tao yung settings mo, or pwede silang mag-interact din sa desktop mo or whatever that they are seeing. Like for example, naka-open ka ng Word file. Sige, bibigyan ako ng example. I'm gonna open this sticky notes. So for example, mag-share screen ako. Yeah, you can also select here mamaya. I will go through this, how you'll be able to select what you're going to show, okay? Alright, so yan. Sorry. Merong yatang ginagamit yata ni Mami yung siguro rin kasi medyo hindi na rin ako nag-interact mismo dun sa So return to the meeting, no worries kapag disconnect ka ng gano'n, just press this, return to the meeting, yan, and then it's going to go back here. Yan, so I'm actually screen sharing right now. So if ever that for example may ibang tao that are going to interact with your desktop, and then naka-on yung parang remote control, meron din siyang settings na we can go through dito mamaya. You'll be able to change kung ano man yung nakikita niyo sa screen. If ever na parang in-enable ng host yung kanyang remote control. So this is really good. So if ever nagko-collaborate kayo, if you wanna point out something or something like that. But we also have the annotation tool for that, which is very nifty. We'll go through that later. Okay? Yan, we also have the side-by-side mode para if ever na kung merong mga nagsasalita, they'll be able to see the person who's speaking and then the shared screen, or whatever screen is being shown. And then also silence system notifications while sharing the desktop. This is really useful if you have Messenger open and then ayaw mo na pinukulit ka ng friends mo, ayaw mo na rinig yung mga beep beep, mga ganun ng di ba? So yan. And then advanced, I don't wanna go too much of this kasi medyo pang non-techies na talaga yan, but you can always experiment naman. Okay, and then we have chat. So show voice message button, you'll be able to show voice message kung parang gusto mo mag-send ng recorded na message. Code snippet naman if you're gonna send codes. Include link preview, so parang alam niyo sa Messenger, makikita nyo doon yung link na kung saan kayo pupunta or something like that, okay? And then we also have change by status to away when I'm inactive for 15 or masaset mo siya dito. So if ever na 30 minutes wala away from the keyboard ka, mag-change yung status mo dito. So dito, presenting, di ba? It's going to change your status into inactive or away dito. And then you can change also the sidebar theme to dark or light. Block users if ever meron ka mga tao na binablock na ayaw mong kausapin ka. This is very useful if people are harassing you or doing some really bad things to you, parang alam mo na yun, parang pa-epal or something like that. You can manage to block users here, okay? And then wala pa naman may na-block yung mother ko. Okay lang. Unread messages. So ano ba yung mga messages na hindi mo na-read? It's gonna show up here, it's gonna turn orange, and then you can see here chat kung sino man yung mga tao nag-chat. Then you're gonna see there unread siya. So show unread message badge 1 for channels. So if ever that merong iba-ibang channels siya dito, like for example sa breakout room, ganun, it's going to show kulay red. Move messages with new replies to the bottom of the chat. So pag meron man silang reply, it's just going to show at the bottom. And then you have the when viewing unread messages in the channel, of course you want to start with the first unread, then start with the latest. Or for example, if gusto mo man parang sorting siya so yung latest mo siya dito. And then we also have the push notifications. If ever that you want to Zoom to notify you that there's an event happened, somebody sent you a chat, somebody sent you a voice call or something like that, you'll be able to get push notifications here for the chat. And then you also have an exception for a specific channel if ever that you added the channel like that, okay? Feel free to tinker with this. This is not this is not they call this Zoom breaking naman. And then background and filters, you saw my dog, di ba? My old dog dati. You'll be able to set there kung ano yung yung background mo doon. So this one is very good if ever na parang you have a messy place, you have a messy room, and ayaw mo syempre makita na ibang tao yon, you'll be able to set your virtual background. Like for example, gusto mo yung San Francisco Bridge or like this or like yung Earth, which is favorite ng brother ko to, or like you can also add in your own. You can add in your own. So just press add image. Magsasali ka ng specific image na gusto mo. Like for example, gusto ko tong gamitin tong DX Studios background. Oh no, sorry. We mirror kasi natin siya. So we just have to go back to the video and then tanggalin mo yung mirror. Ayan, 'di ba? So okay na siya. There we go. So ang mangyayari is you're gonna pop out here. Your face is gonna pop out and then parang kung ano yung na-detect nung zoom as the parang yung background dun lalabas to. Parang natatapalan yung background mo and then you will be able to be seen here. I think you've seen some of your workmates naman siguro na parang gumagamit ng ganito, di ba? So that's how you use it. You can also pick the background color if for example, wala tawag ditong wala kang video. Kasi usually orange yun eh. So pwede mong i-select yung anong color niya. Manually pick the color of the background if the detected color is not accurate. Parang ganun. So, parang ganito, you'll be able to select here. Like, for example, your background is white, tapos hindi niya entirely na-detect. You can press a portion of that, and it's going to, like, automatically select the entire background that's white, or kumbaga, anong pareho dun sa color na yon, it's going to change it to the background. Okay? And then, yeah, so, yan, just select it, and then, wag na itong mirror your video. I think na change natin to. Pero if ever na, for example, gusto nyo lang na, although I have no idea when you wanna do this, siguro lang if you wanna joke around with people, parang pakita mo yung nunal mo, diba, nasa right side, tapos bigla na lang, bakit yung nunal mo nasa left side? Joke lang. Pag pinagtutripan mo eh. Actually, nagtataka nga ako bakit dati yung sa girlfriend ko, yung nunal niya lumilipat sa left or right. Yung pala mini-mirror niya yung photos niya. Ganun, di ba? And then we have the studio effects, but this is still in beta, so you gotta be careful kasi medyo change pa nila. So yon, I'm not gonna go into this, but parang siya, pwede mo i-change yung itsura mo. Parang alam niyo yung sa Messenger, yung mga filters and stuff. There's really good features naman, so try niyo siya pag-tripan, but I'm not gonna go with it right now. Okay, recording. This is naman kung magre-record kayo ng Zoom meeting nyo. You have your local recording. It's going to show you where you're going to, kapag nag-record ka, saan mapupunta yung output niya. So here, mine is dito siya. Meron akong parang cache of the mga saved recordings here. You can also change it para makapag-select ka. Like for example ako, nilagay ko yung videos ko dun sa kabilang drive ko dito sa Skylands. Media and then videos. You can select it here sa captures. Para mangyari, lahat ng mga video, mga nire-record ko, mapupunta doon. Okay? We also have 446 GB remaining. Ito yung pinapakita niya how much space yung drive na yon, kung saan nakalagay yung folder na yon, so that you can have an idea how much you'll be able to record. Okay? Choose a location for the recorded files when the meeting ends. Ano naman to, optional, para if ever na gusto mo iset kung saan man siya. Saan isa-save ng Zoom yung recording mo. Record a separate audio file naman. This is naman unnecessary naman to kasi if ever na gusto mo yung recording mo, kasama niya na yung audio. But if ever na parang, for example, gusto mo yung ibang participant, meron kang friend or other people who are in the meeting and you want them to have a separate audio file so that if you want to video edit it later using your video editing tools, you'll be able to get a copy of that kung ano man yung ginagamit niya to speak. And then optimize for third-party video editor. Ano naman to, parang if ever na meron kayong video editor, like ako, gumagamit ako ng Kden Live, it's free naman. So, it's gonna optimize it for another video editor. Parang siya, it's going to optimize it in such a way that when you're gonna use your video editing software, mas madali na siyang i-edit. Kumbaga, it's not that big, and it's, parang siguro may ginagamit siya na codec that much more compatible to your video editing software. But it's not really important right now, so skip that. Add a timestamp to the recording para lang makita mo kung saan nag-start, like what part of sang point in time siya nag-start. You can record the video during screen sharing as well. So parang if ever nag-screen share ka, this is also going to record it. And then place video next to the shared screen file in the recording. Parang mangyayari dun, ibang siya. It's going to have a different file. Keep temporary recording files. So this is if ever na parang tapos ka na, you're done, and you wanna have the temporary recording files of the audio and the video and stuff like that, you can turn this on. We also have the cloud recording naman.
if ever na magre-record ka Zoom, and if you're a premium user, you have a like 1 gigabyte for I think may plan sila dito, so pwede ka mag-select ng plan na gusto mo, but for now you have like 1 gigabyte for this, parang ganun. And then pwede mo siyang i-manage, pupunta siya sa Zoom, and then you'll be able to manage your Zoom. Yan, kailangan mo mag-sign in though, sign in, and then you'll be able to see there, mamamanage mo yung mga videos and stuff. You can also change like siguro yung pricing mo para if ever na kulang ka na ng cloud video space, you can increase your space so that you'll be able to have more space to have cloud recording on your Zoom cloud. Okay, and then profile, ano naman yan, self-explanatory for your profile. It's going to lead you to your Zoom account dito sa browser mo, okay? Change my subscription, ito yung sa pricing, and then view advanced features. Statistics naman, para lang makita mo dito yung how much resources Zoom is using. Overall, itong CPU, ganyan. Ano naman to, it's for technical stuff lang, for benchmarking lang naman, and para lang malaman mo, karoon ka ng idea, how much resources Zoom is using. Also have the audio, and the video, and then the screen sharing, but ano lang yan, parang para lang makita mo kung ano nga lang, may ano ka, you have the option to know this, and it's just optional lang. Feedback, you wanna send feedback to Zoom, you can send feedback like, I love the annotate feature, yeah, like that, send feedback. Yan, automatically you'll send feedback to Zoom, thanks for your feedback. Keyboard shortcuts naman, you can customize this. So you just, like for example, navigate among Zoom. I'm not gonna go over all of this, masyadong marami, but feel free to think around with it, just to let you know, you have to click it, and then like for example, isa-set mo. For example, navigate among Zoom pop-up windows, para mag-change yung ano mo, change yung windows mo ng Zoom. Ayan, isa-set mo siya. And it's, enable global shortcut, para saan ba to? No, excuse me. Global shortcuts are gonna be keyboard shortcuts that can be used even when the Zoom app is not in focus. Like for example, nag-stop ako ng screen share ko, and like for example, naka-hide to, like that, or hindi siya naka-focus, I'm doing something else, magagamit mo pa rin siya without this being in focus. Pero if it's not, you'll have to open Zoom, and then you'll have to like press the shortcut. The same thing sa, parang may ginagamit akong software called Soundplan, and so parang ito yung pinapakit, this one, it's just a button, or kumbaga checkbox para malaman if you'll be able to use the keyboard shortcut whenever na naka-zoom in or naka-focus yung ano mo, yung zoom mo. Ayan, yung accessibility, ano lang siya if ever, so you can, pwede mo siyang i-change para lang ano, kung may hirapan kayo basahin yung text, or if you're having trouble to read the labels and stuff in the Zoom, you can change it here. Also change the chat display size, so if ever you have some people chatting, hello, sorry, yan, so 100% pwede mo siyang ngayon, it's going to resize it. Okay, so feel free to customize this or tinker with the settings that you like, okay? But this is very necessary naman, saka lang siya if ever that you really wanna fine-tune your Zoom experience, as well as to make sure that you have some settings that are default every time you join in a Zoom meeting. So it's very helpful rin naman ito pa. This is for the interface naman. Let's go to the section of the interface, and then how you'll be able to interact with your Zoom meeting. You can press this unmute button to mute and unmute yourself, pretty self-explanatory over there, as well as the start video if ever that you want to show your video on screen. And just to let you know that if ever that you are using the video feature to share your video, it's going to eat up more bandwidth, so it's much better na wag ka mag-show ng ng video mo if ever that mababa yung internet, yung inyong internet connection is very slow. But if ever that you're having a professional meeting and your boss requires you to show your face, please always enable this so that you'll have a professional meeting experience using Zoom, okay? And if ever you're a host or you're hosting this Zoom meeting, you'll be able to see here the security options, and then you'll be able to set here the options for other people that like for example, lock meeting is going to prevent other people from joining the meeting. So like for example, you have a group of people, enough na yon, ayaw mo na may mag-join pa, click the lock meeting, nobody else will be able to join. Enable waiting room, this is like as I said earlier, like a function wherein you'll be able to screen the participants. So masaset mo dito whenever gusto mo parang itong person na specific person na tayo papapasukin mo na, you can just admit that person din sa waiting room. So we can turn this off, pero mangyayari is papasok agad yung mga tao on this meeting. If you wanna use the waiting room, then mangyayari parang you'll be able to see here like people inside the waiting room, and then you'll be able to like press the button here that says admit. Okay? You can also allow participants to share screen, chat, rename themselves, unmute themselves dito sa security bar na to. Para if ever na ayaw mo na nag-chat sila, maybe mag-distract sila or something, you can disable it. No other people will be able to chat except for you. But this is not helpful if you have people who would like to ask questions. Pwede rin naman siya siguro, ask sila ng questions using the video and the audio. Parang ganun, raise sila ng hand. And then rename themselves so that they'll be able to change their names. Like for example, my name is dati kasi there's this joke about this kasi yung pumapasok ako sa mga meetings, yung pangalan ng name ko Myla Bancud because it's my mother's account. So thankfully nakabukas naman lagi yung change or rename themselves para ma-change ko ito John Daniel, baka mamaya isipin nila yung mother ko ako. And then you can also select the unmute themselves. So parang if ever na parang gusto mo yung mga tao sa meeting mo, pwede sila mag-mute or mag-unmute, parang gano'n, masiset mo siya dito. Yeah. And then participants, self-explanatory how many participants you have, and then you'll be able to like for example select here kung sino tao. Kapag nag-select ka kasi dito, is going to go to the chat, going to change everyone to that person that you're going to send the chat message to. Okay, and then also pwede ka rin mag-invite, press this invite, and then mga contacts mo or mga friends mo na merong Zoom, yung mga merong Zoom, pwede mo silang invite so that they'll be able to join the meeting. And we also have the email. You can send this link through default email kung ano man yung email mo na nakaset, Gmail or Yahoo Mail. Ako gumagamit ako ng Yahoo Mail. Aminin ko na kahit it's very very long. Pero technically ngayon, I'm upgrading to Gmail naman na. And then you can also press this copy invite link. You're gonna get a copy of the invite. It's gonna be parang same rin naman yata kanina. So yun, it can be like that. Then copy the invitation naman. Kung invitation naman, it's going to like show a message. Yan. And then also, it's going to show you like the parang paano magda-dial in using your telephone or something like that. But don't use the telephone feature kasi it's very expensive. And then you have the passcode. If ever na nag-set ka ng passcode din sa meeting mo, you'll be able to see it here. So if ever magtatanong yung friends mo, pwede ko bang ibigay yung passcode or yung mga details sa friend ko? Paano mo malalaman? You can press this one, meeting information, or you can also press invite, and then here, you'll be able to see it here. And get the link as well, and send it to chat if ever. Chat, pretty self-explanatory. Just press this button to toggle in the chat feature. You can also send like files pala dito sa chat. If ever na parang you have images or something like that, you can select a file. And then ang galing talaga ng Zoom pala, meron pa palang features that you can use your cloud providers to select which file you want to add. Like for example, ako Google Drive. So it's gonna go to the Google Drive, tapos parang pwede mo siyang integrate to your Google Drive. Pero whatever yung ginagamit mo cloud file sharing software. So this is why Zoom is so great. You'll be able to like talagang get your files whenever you need it, or whatever cloud provider yung kailangan mo. Pwede rin dito kang mag-save ng chat. Yun. So parang sino participant can chat with, like you can specify dito yung mga tao na nag-join ng meeting mo, sino ba yung pwede nilang kausapin? Yung host lang ba? Yung everyone or everyone publicly and privately. So parang if ever mag-send sila ng mga private messages or PM, or like mag-send sila ng message to everybody, you can select a few. And this one is where you're going to select the person or kanina mo i-address yung sinachat mo. So like for example, I wanna address like a specific person to say, hi, please mute your audio. And then like for example, may sobrang maingay na person and her name is like Jojo. Jojo. Ganun. And then set mo dito Jojo. And then once you press enter, it's gonna send it to Jojo. Sabihin ni Jojo na
Yori Yori Dose. Yes, that was a JoJo reference. Okay, joke lang. Pero yon. Anyway, okay, so that's done. Then share screen. You'll be able to select here what you would like to show. So, para magpa-present ka, for example, ng presentation, you can select the screen or you can select the application that you want to show to them. Like, for example, ako, if ever magpa-present ako ng code, I can select Visual Studio Code here, and they will be able to really get, makita nila yung application na ginagamit ko. Like, for example, ito, makikita lang nila ito. It's not gonna show the desktop or any other application. It's gonna show only the interface of the application that I'm using. So like for example, ito, code. So they're gonna see this, but they're not gonna see like Internet Explorer, they're not gonna see my background, ganon. If ever na meron ka mga bagay na hindi dapat makita, tinatago mo, gamitin mo yung application or like share screen using the application. Okay, so stop share ko lang, and then share screen, ayan o. You can select other applications here, and you can also press here, show all windows, para makita mo dito kung pati yung mga Internet Explorer, yung Explorer mo, the File Explorer, File Manager for Windows, pwede mo i-select na. And then, if you want na gusto, if you wanna share a video, make sure to press share computer sound if ever na may video, may sound yung video mo, para mangyayari is they'll be able to hear it. So, but be careful as well kasi lahat ng naririnig mo or lahat ng piniplay mo sa desktop mo is going to be streamed as well. So, parang lahat ng, for example, if you're playing music, habang nag-meeting kayo, maririnig rin nila yon. So, yan, be careful when using this. And also, optimize your screen sharing for video clips. If ever that you want na nag-screen share ka, tapos gusto mong magkaroon ng parang video clip so that the video will be optimized for editing later. And then, advanced naman, if ever na gusto mong to use other features ng Zoom, which are very extensive talaga, which is really good. Portion of the screen. You wanna show, like, for example, this portion lang, just click this, press share, and then you'll be able to select a portion of the screen. We can also resize the portion of the screen that you would like to show. Like, for example, yung logo mo lang, so may pakita yung cool logo mo, yan. And will only be able to see this on their share screen interface. Okay. If ever gusto mo music, gusto mo mag-share ng sound trip, ng Spotify or something, yun, just press music or computer sound only. So what's gonna happen is they're not gonna see your desktop or anything that you've shared, but only the music. It's kind of weird kasi tinawag mo siyang screen share pero music lang yung share mo. But yeah, never mind. We also have the content from second camera. If you have another camera, yeah, it's going to show that on this. Like for example, you have something like a document reader camera or something like that, you can use this. But make sure that's connected kasi it's gonna show blank kasi wala siyang wala kang connected the camera. Make sure na naka-connect siya. And then files, if you're gonna share files naman, or like for example, applications, something like that. Let's just try, for example, Google Drive. Gonna go to my Google Drive and then parang i-share niya dito yung mo. But you have to you have to connect it. You have to like integrate it together. Okay. I'm really sorry if this tutorial is a little bit too long. This is a little bit expensive talaga kasi ayun nga, ang dami talagang features ng Zoom na hindi mo pa alam, no? Ngayon mo lang nalaman. So, okay lang yan. That's okay. As long as you're willing to learn, there's so much more to learn. Feel free to tinker around with the share screen feature. Ang dami talagang matututunan dito. So many features and so many stuff that you can use. And then, siguro let's go, I wanna go basic rin siguro sa annotation. Pwede rin pala kayo mag-whiteboard if ever that you're like, you wanna be able to like share something like this, so statistics. Maglalagay ka ng mga equations or maglalagay ka ng formula. Ganyan, di ba? You'll be able to like show this. And also, you can like press the eraser para ma-erase mo. And then, andito rin naman, spotlight. Parang maano ba lang siya. Ayan. This one is like a... Actually, they should rename this to laser or arrow. Para yan, makita mo, ma-point out mo dito kung ano yung what you're referring to. Diba? This is also like the annotation tools. So, if ever talaga na para mag-annotate ka on the screen of your other... of the person who's sharing the screen or ikaw mismo kapag nag-share ka ng screen mo, pwede mo rin siyang i-annotate. You can also add some text. Make this red. Sample, ganyan. So, malalaman nila that you have to make this red. You can also draw
Ayan, change mo yung stroke size mo using that or yung ano mo, yung tool. Kumbaga, ano shape ba siya or stuff. Line, arrows, excuse me, double arrows, stamps, okay, approve. Heart, star, then heart, question mark, hindi mo maintindihan, something like that, yan. Yeah, you can just experiment with that. And then, yeah, eraser to erase stuff. Even the annotations. Format color. So yan, format is you want to change the format of the annotation you're using. Like you want to make it red. You want to draw, it's gonna be red, or choose a color, orange, something like that, or brown. And yeah, masaset mo dito yung color, and then the line width, how big is the line that you're doing. And then font, you can change here the font size. I'm not sure if you'll be able to change the the font actually. Di parang font family or something like that. I think it's not possible. But you can select here the size. Readable naman yung text niya. Yeah, diba? It's readable. So no worries. Then press undo. So like undo everything, reduce pretty self-explanatory, clear. So like sobrang gulo na ng annotations mo and everything. Just press clear niya lahat ng drawings mo. Yan. So kapag all drawings, even the annotations of other people, and then clear my drawings, lahat ng mga drawings mo lang, and then clear viewers drawings, lahat ng mga drawings ng viewer mo. Para parang for example, napatuan na yung sobrang ganda mong artwork, 'di ba? 'Di ba? Yan, so parang for example, nag-draw over sila dito. Pag ginawa mo clear viewers drawings, going to remove only their annotations. Excuse me. Alright, and then you'll be able to also save this, yung image mo, PNG or PDF file. But mas maganda yung PNG, sorry. Para ano, and then press show in folders para makita mo kung ano yung ginawa mo sa whiteboard. Okay? So yeah, if you have a class, you can use this whiteboard talaga. It's really useful. You have like to share content or stuff like that. Yeah. Huwag lang yung brown. Huwag lang yung brown na color. Ganun eh. Joke. So yan. So mag-share ka ng parang drawings mo or something like that. Diba? It's very useful. Okay, so let's go. So that's done. So that's share screen of the whiteboard. Paano ka naman kung mag-annotate ka and like sample your like for example, itong sige nagko-code ka kunwari. Example, you wanna point things out. Parang yung the same tools, the same thing that I taught you about the whiteboard, you can do that with the annotations as well. But this time, ang difference niya, it's not gonna show in a whiteboard, but instead it will show you the parang annotations on the screen. So parang you'll be able to like draw on the screen of the person who's sharing. Please don't be disrespectful. Baka may mag-drawing kayo ng mga bagay na hindi maganda. Drawing na lang kayo ng star. Ayan. Tapos heart para loud. Tapos COVID-19 with an X, 'di ba? Ganun na. And then drawing ka ng face mask. Ayan, pangit no. Ganun. Joke lang. So, yun. Same exact thing, but the difference is there's no whiteboard. Okay, that's how you use the annotations. And then you can also pause the screen share if ever na parang you're gonna do something off camera. Yan. And then it's going to show you your screen sharing is paused. And then you can resume it again so that makikita nila yung screen mo. And then we'll also have this dito mo ma-access yung mga rest of your interface, like chat. I want to record on this computer, record to the cloud. Yeah, just like I told you guys a while ago, may recording ng Zoom sa cloud. And then also for this computer, for local storage. Meeting information, if ever share screen ka, hindi mo makikita yung meeting information, nawawala siya. So parang, nasa na? Just press meeting info dito sa more. And then you'll be able to see here. And then disable annotation for others. Very useful if ayaw mo may nagdo-drawing ng kung ano-ano na habang nagdi-discuss ka or something. You can also press on hide names of annotators. Excuse me. Just drank some water. Hide floating meeting controls, para yan, ma-hide mo siya. Yan, so parang, so it's not gonna bother you anymore. Para makita mo siya ulit, this interface menu kanina. Simply press escape. And then there you go. And then share computer sound, para ma-enable mo agad if you wanna be able to share like videos or something like that. And then finally, optimize screen sharing for a video clip. Parang yung options kanina. Sorry, I'm not gonna do that kasi mawawala yung game. Ano mo lang, and not yung stop. Screen share. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the screen share. We then have the record. If you want to start recording the presentation or something of your friend or your kung sino man nag-host, just press record on this computer if you want to save it locally. Like, di ba na-specify natin sa settings yan. And then you can also press record to the cloud if ever that you want this na mag-count against dun sa cloud mo. Pero maganda naman doon sa clouds, ano mo siya, ma-access mo siya anywhere basta may internet ka and may web browser ka. And then finally, you have reactions if you wanna show approval or you show wow or like, tada, something like that. Makikita nila to. It's like, you can also like, I know mayroon dito parang raise hand na feature eh. Tama ba? I know, sorry. I think it's a Google Hangouts pala yun. I'm sorry. So you just use these reactions if you wanna like agree without speaking or para magpakita ka ng reaction mo. Diba? So yun, that's pretty much it. And then press this one to enter the full screen mode if ever na gusto mo siyang full screen. Okay, so that's pretty much I guess the basics. Basics, no? Parang ang dami-dami na natin ginawa. Basics pa ba yun? No, that's actually sort of advanced and extensive. But, yeah, at least you know how to use Zoom better to optimize it and to really make it tailor-fit to your experience. And if ever that you have like a meeting or a presentation, you know exactly like, paano ko ba i-mute si ganito? Paano ko ba siya diba? Like, stop other people like from so, just to let you guys know, sorry. Tinanggal ko na pala yung meeting. Nagawa ko na yung meeting. If ever that's the case, wala kasi akong participants. But if you have other participants and they're gonna show up in the chat, parang magkakaroon dito ng participants, sorry. Press this. If you wanna mute them all, just press mute all. And if you wanna invite more people, press invite. And then, yon. If ever naman na gusto mong maging very kind to ask people or prod them in a kind way to unmute, just press ask all to unmute. So that, like that, if you unmute mo to, unmute mo yung host or kung sino man yung tao. Ako in-unmute ko lang yung sarili ko. Ganun na. Alright. And then, you'll be able to select it here para, ma-change mo yung settings rin pala niya if ever na ayaw mo na sila mismo yung mag-unmute or mag-mute, parang ganun. Dito mo siya masaset. And then, parang yung lang to meeting settings lang. Yan same thing rin naman. Yeah, they're just making it more accessible. Okay, if you see the microphone icon here, that means that this person is sharing the sound. Kumbaga, their audio is on. So even if wala siyang sinasabi, makikita mo na it's getting input from that person. And then we also have, sorry, I'm just checking. And then we also have the video to see if they're sharing their video or not. Okay, so yan. Pwede mo rin siyang i-rename if ever you have control over that, and then you can change the profile picture if it's yours. Pero yon. Iba-iba naman yung settings and for other people. Okay, that's pretty much it, I guess. Yun, alam mo na rin kung saan at saka paano mag-change ng video background mo, kung nahihiya kayo sa kwarto nyo or sa place kung saan kayo nagmi-meeting, diba, parang pinapakita mo yung video mo. You can change it in the settings, diba? And then, chat for the people who are, yung mga contacts mo. You can also integrate some apps here if you'd like, but I'm not gonna go into that. And then, your previous meetings, or like for example, meron kayong scheduled meetings with other people or with your contacts, yeah, you can do that. And you can also copy the invitation when you press this. And then, yon. Yung mga recorded mo naman, this is the recorded meetings, the previous meetings that you've recorded already. Okay? And then, refresh it para lang makita mo kung meron ka mga previous meetings. And then, contacts, yun nga. Excuse me. The people that you've contacted before, like mga other people, pero external to. You can also add some contacts if you press this, add a contact, And you can also add a channel, create or join the channel. Para naman for chatting and parang moderating options. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And then, ito, I guess, this is just like your settings. Malalaman mo dito if naka-license ka or naka-premium account ka. Your email address, ayaw mong, para ma-fully show mo siya. Pwede ka mag-personal note. Like, for example, I'll be out in a few... I'll be out for a few days. Para malaman ng mga ibang tao na you're gonna be out, diba? So, yan. Pwede ka mag-set ng, mo. Pwede ba? Hindi yata. Yan pa. Siguro para lang makita nila. So, yan. And then, they'll be able to see sa contacts mo that this person or ako is out for a few days. Yan, settings, and then you can make yourself available or away and then do not disturb. Ito yung mga mga status mo. Pwede mo i-set do not disturb for a specific amount of time. Your profile is gonna go to your Zoom profile. Try top features, haven't tried that yet. I think that's the new features for Zoom. And also, if you need help, press this button. It's gonna show you about Zoom, help center, and report a problem if ever you find bugs. Check for updates if ever that you want Zoom to be the most updated version. Gonna check for updates. Switch to landscape view naman kung gusto mo mas malaki yung version ng mo. Yan ang interface mo. And then switch account, you can have multiple accounts dito sa Zoom. Specifically and especially good for if you're not the only one using this computer to have a meeting. Yeah, then you can also sign out. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I'm really sorry that this is long, very extensive. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask or send a comment below para makita nyo dyan. I'm gonna reply if ever that I see any questions, so that I can help you guys if you have any more questions about this. Okay. I didn't invite my friends from Sergio's League because they have a class right now. I didn't want to disturb them. But yon. Just feel free to ask any questions in the comment or feel free to send me a PM if ever that you want some help, okay? I'll be posting this on my YouTube channel, guys, para meron na rin akong content din sa wakas, especially na request ng mother ko. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to me, okay? So, once again, this is Neo Bancud. I'm gonna sign off now. Never stop learning and keep pursuing excellence, everybody.